So, this is how I know that millennial derangement syndrome is real and I am being discriminated against, and people are purposely uh, acting in ways that are abusive towards me, whether directly or indirectly. It's Homath, one of these idiot thought leaders, posted on his Twitter feed, which I'm banned. My account's locked out for 6 days because I said Keir Stammer. I sent a message on his feed that he needs to hang because they're defending gang rapists, and I even posted a picture of the court case where they talked about the guy Muhammad, how they blew up the 12-year-old girl's anal cavity so that multiple men could insert their members, their johns. I don't even want to say the actual medical term for it because it's so fucking disgusting. And we have free speech. No, you don't. You don't. It's fucking bullshit. They're all a bunch of cowards. They all know it. So, and this guy Homath is talking about how like the psychiatrists and therapists, but by extension psychiatrists and psychology, because it's all the same fucking thing. And Thomas Sazzi even argued that in his book, the Psychiatry, the Science of Lies. And that was something that was word for word the exact thing that he said. I had the thought before. So basically, these thought leaders, they're suddenly coming to the conclusion that maybe they should start questioning psychiatry because it's screwed over so many people. Well, that's not respectful to the victims of it. That's not respectful to the people that have been calling it out for years, who are owed basically apologies and restitution. Yes, and some people are owed things, despite the fact your narcissistic cliche of nobody owes anyone anything, because we're not even going to get into the implications of like the logical implications of that statement. So yeah, I know, and I have some stubble here. I should probably shave, and I could take a trimmer to this, because some conservatard's going to be like, oh, you're a homeless bum kid. No, you're just a homeless bum. You don't fucking know anything. Yeah, so, because they're fucking retarded, and they just nitpick and look for stupid bullshit to just call out people's true statements. So anyway, Homath is saying that psychiatry is but psychiatry, mental health, whatever, but he's just saying specifically therapists, because they want to play the word game too, that they've filled the priestly caste, and this is an argument that's been made before years ago. I've made it, and all these other things that I've said about it, and other people have said about it. None of these people are given recognition, but you have these thought leaders that are being promoted, who, when they kind of say something that's like against it, that's like obvious, they don't get in trouble, or they say something quick and then it just goes by the wayside and nothing really ever changes with regards to it. It's because what's going on is they're all manufactured. They're not actually leaders in anything, and they're being promoted because they're controlled opposition. And this isn't paranoia. It's been proven in enough cases where it turns out like all the thought leaders are just full of shit, and they have, they've been promoted because there's compromising information on them. So that's what's really going on, and it's proof that, millennial derangement syndrome is real, and I'm being targeted, most likely not always in a way that's, some idiot is doing it purposefully. They're most likely just brainwashed, so they're running out the behavior script without even orders. But in some cases, it's also supernatural, and in other cases, I think there's literally like one time, probably I could stretch it to like on one hand, where it was clearly, obviously an agent of the state, which I'm not going to get into because you still won't believe me. You're already thinking I'm acting paranoid, or that I'm acting crazy, because that's what the narrative is that I'm a crazy person, but I can see 3 other people over there doing exactly what I'm doing at any given moment where I go out, and they're not crazy. So it's nobody's thinking objective. So the whole point of this rant is thought leaders are all full of shit. They have been for years. Now they're starting to say things even that I've been saying for years or noticed for years ago, including like the H1B thing. It's been a known problem, but now suddenly it's in everyone's focus. So it's kind of like it's a miniaturized version of the mass formation psychosis that everyone had with COVID. It's something that I noticed years ago. Like people, like they get obsessed with their current thing before this was even like a meme that was, popular for the midwits of a different type and the NPCs of a different type. So that's what the current thing is the H1Bs. Even though this has been a problem for years, I haven't been hearing about this for well over a decade now, and nobody's done anything. It's because all the thought leaders are full of shit and they're controlled opposition, and they don't have the balls to really call for what needs to be done. The any other means section of the Insurrection Act. So we're going to see in a couple days, because mass deportations are supposedly coming in Chicago. So that should be happening in every city, but it's the government doing it, and they're using agents of the state to do it. So the deportations that really need to happen, that are affecting like Americans, boots on the ground, like me, like I have a couple instances where I know exactly who needs to be deported, and I've said things to them and or hinted at things, and because I'm very fluent in neurocrazy-ese, the implications of things. So but that won't happen because then people in the military are going to have to admit that they're not special and that civilians are actually above them. And then they're going to have to admit that psychiatry is a fraud and all this other stuff, and we'd be actually a nation again, and America would actually be great again. They should actually say "Make America Great Again" with an asterisk. So, but I gotta go because I have stuff I have to do like an adult. So have a nice day.